boards. They forced us into some turnovers. They made some tough shots, and I think they'll be a great representative from this bracket at the Final Four. I thought our young players, really stepped up to the challenge, and our leaders with Alana and Dejanay and Kiana really had made some outstanding plays for us to even be ahead at halftime and compete. But I'm really proud of our team, and I just want to congratulate Alana. She had a great career at Stanford, and we'll really miss her next year. But I think that with the returners, we can build on a great season in this playing in this Elite Eight.
Questions for our student athletes first.
I guess it's me.
Go ahead, Jack.
Hi, Jack McCarthy, Associated Press. Could you talk first about the start? You guys sort of really had them, and secondly, you got your three-point game going that you didn't have the other night.
Dejanay, if you want to start.
Just say we came out, we had a great game plan, and we executed it in the first half, and I think we had a few slip-ups in the second half, and they are a great team, and they were able to exploit those. But, I mean, all in all, I'm proud of our team, and I think that I think that we played a hard game, and they're a great team, but yeah.
Alana?
Yeah, I think Dee said it. We had a great scouting report, and yeah, just I don't know. We have to play 40 minutes, and we did. We played 20 minutes really, really well, and had one bad quarter.
What was the difference? What was the reason for that bad quarter? Do you suppose? Let down by you guys, or them, or a little bit of both?
Probably both.
Anything else for our student athletes today? Alana and Dejanay, congratulations again on a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, this is a program you're familiar with over the years. What was the scouting report telling you to set up your game with them, and how successful, of course, it was early?
It was. I thought they're a very talented team, and I thought we did a good job of knocking down shots. We hit our threes early, and made some late too, but we did not do a good enough job defensively. We fouled them too much, putting them at the free throw line. They shot 16 free throws. We shot 6. They got on the O boards, dominated that, especially in the second half. I don't know the numbers, first half versus second half, but that was something they did, and we turned the ball over too much. But again, they're a team that they played together a lot. They're basically 5 seniors playing together, and they play very well together. They pass the ball extremely well, and they were very physical. And this is, I just think something. I thought we competed very hard and very well, but they were the better team today for 40 minutes. We did it for 20, and we didn't get it done in the third quarter in the second half.
How beneficial will this experience be for your younger people going forward?
Well, I hope that in some ways it can work 2 ways. It should help Kiana, Dejanay, maybe Lexi, with their confidence, and also point out to people, hey, things they need to work on, things that we have to get better at. But this was a really close team, a really fun team to work with, and I'm very proud of. Only one team's going to be really happy at the end of the day, and it's. I'm really proud of this team, and I don't think that one game should define, or even 20 minutes should define the season for them. They've had a great year. We've dealt with some adversity, and we hope that we'll get some other people healthy, and we have great recruits coming in next year that will help our team a lot. So it's something to look forward to.
Care to speculate on Notre Dame going into the Final Four? This is a national championship team.
Well, I think anytime a team beats you, you're excited to see them win. I think if they go head-to-head with Oregon, I'm going to root for Oregon because they're in our league. But otherwise, I'll root for Notre Dame. And I think they have a great program. Muffet does a tremendous job, and they're really an elite team, and I'm really proud of how we competed against them today. All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
All right,
Thank you, Coach.
Expected to be solo.
Oh, I appreciate it, though.
Very nice job.
Take it, they're going to be a little bit. Yeah.
They'll still have to come for a play.
I'm sorry.
Just get into it.
Okay.
No, we switched one up. I actually switched one up. No big deal.
Notre Dame.
What?
You're going to see it with the walkthrough right now.
Okay, thanks for everything. Good to see you. Let me know about the, what do you think was wrong for?
I'm just
Oh,
looking
well,
at that
there's,
video.
right away.
Beat you to it.
I did.
You're good? Very good? Good job. Yeah, I'm great. That's one straight shopping for probably 24 hours.
Young. Jack. Jack.
He's asleep. I'm gonna get his attention. Put it in the box. Dan?
Just walked out. Just give us a minute. I'll give it to the rest of you. Jim, we did miss you in the first one. You've been with me all weekend.
He's been in so far.
Is that what number two is?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm going to stand there. Just leave it open. Those are the only ones.
I'm gonna see all the supplies.
Exclusive.
Got it.
There's lots of boxes for you guys if you need some.
So now I got to transcribe a little highlight. I've never associated her. I swear to God, I associated her. It is a complete stop line. Really? Yeah.
Who?
Sarah Sanders.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm looking real quick.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because it didn't.
I would have thought of it. No.
No.
I can't pronounce it. Ouachita Baptist University. Ouachita. Okay. Bachelor's student. That was uncanny. Really? I would have thought Arkansas. It's so good. Well, that would make sense. Yeah.
I was gonna say, let's find. Wherever the rules are.
I told him yesterday, I said, "Now, make sure you're here right away." He said, "We got one more thing to do." Well, this
So you'll take care of this half, so like these four, and then Rebecca will take care of those two. Welcome back, Shannon. Lovely. I'm just going to do our quick housekeeping so that when they get in here, we can get started and we don't have to do it then. Please silence your cell phones. And then also when you're asking a question, because there are so many people in here, just make sure you identify yourself and the agency that you work for. We'll try to get everybody's questions because I know you guys are all on deadline as well. So thanks for being with us today.
I'll answer questions from Jack first.
Jack's got lots of good questions.
You good? You need water?
No, I'm good. I have the appropriate cups though, should I need water. Thank you. We've been waiting. I think so. Arike and Jackie. Is that what Jeannie just called me about?
Jeannie just called.
Okay, I'll text her.
Thank you.
Alicia.
5 minutes. I've just been told we have a couple more minutes, so thank you guys for being patient. We really do appreciate it. God bless you.
That's usually a bad sign.
And they were. Because they had called me to You said Matt lost like 2?
Last second shot.
She might have. She was somewhere. She's not doing White House president.
As I walk across the stage. We will go ahead and start with an opening statement from Coach McGraw. Coach?
Whew, that was unbelievable. First half, could not make a shot. I thought we looked just completely out of sorts, very unlike what we normally look like. I think credit to Stanford's defense. They were hitting the boards hard. They were packing it in. We couldn't get anything going. And then second half, we looked like ourselves again. I thought that Enrique was just phenomenal down the stretch. Jackie Young picked up where Enrique left off in the third quarter when she got her fouls. But I thought Abby Prohaska gave us such a huge lift. That was that momentum really helped turn the game around.
We'll start with questions for our student athletes.
Thanks for coming. No, good, thanks.
Shannon Ryan, Chicago Tribune, Enrique. Enrique, what felt different first half to second half for you guys, and just getting to the Final Four again? How does this year's feel different for you, or if it does?
Well, the difference in the halves, I mean, we weren't knocking down shots, but we also gave them a lot of second chance opportunities. So I think once we hit the boards in the second half, that really changed it around. And, you know, I guess it really feels the same. We got there the first time, at least in our careers, and, you know, to get back there again, it really feels the same. But, you know, it's a long way to go. We know we're not done yet, so we're celebrating now, but we got to get back to work.
Gino Green, College Sports Overload, Enrique. A couple of years ago, obviously things didn't work out the way you wanted to, especially with that last possession against Stanford. How does it feel to get that taste out of your mouth from tonight's result?
I mean, it's been out of my mouth, but it's definitely a good win. I mean, they put us out 2 years in a row, my freshman and sophomore year, and, you know, that was tough. But, you know, to finally get it back that's big. But, you know, they're a great team. They gave us a great, you know, run, and they really played us well. So it's great that we came out on top.
Elizabeth Merrill, ESPN.com. For either one of you guys, just describe the frustration, such a big game, having all those layups, point blank, just bouncing out like they did. What's that like?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely frustrating, but I mean, I thought that we kept our composure and were able to just lock in and focus for the second half. We knew that the shots were going to fall in the second half, and that's what they did, but I think it had a lot to do with our defense and just getting rebounds.
Enrique?
Definitely what Jackie said.
Perfect. Additional questions for our student athletes.
Lamont Pope, Chicago Tribune. Jackie, just what was clicking there for you in the third quarter?
I was just I thought I was aggressive the whole game, and I was just kept that same mindset, and the shots were starting to fall. They were sagging off me a little bit, so I just had to read the defense and just take what they were giving me.
Beside for either
Shannon, can you send
Shannon Ryan, Chicago Tribune. Besides, you know, just talking X's and O's at halftime, was there anything else said, or just to kind of remind you guys to keep your composure if anybody mentioned anything or coach said anything that kind of got you guys back in the groove?
Enrique?
I think, well, as a team, collectively, we just talked about we have 20 more minutes to get back to the Final Four, and a lot of the mistakes and reasons that we were down was us. We weren't really holding good defense. We weren't getting rebounds. So if we could fix that without even the shots falling, you know, we knew the shots were going to be able to fall second half because the first half was rough. But if we just held defense, it'll get us back in the game. And, you know, with our shots falling, we could take the lead.
Jackie, you have anything to add?
No, I think she said it perfect.
Excellent. Anything else for our student athletes? Oh.
Elizabeth Merrill, ESPN.com. You know, the All-American list was announced earlier today, and you guys didn't have any first teamers. Do you think that's kind of a testament to the balance you guys have on this team, or were there any, you know, upset feelings about that, possible snub or not?
Enrique?
I think, you know, we didn't really come to college to do, you know, individual accolades. What we're doing right now, we're getting to the Final Four, and that's only 4 teams that were allowed to do that. So we play great team basketball, and we're not focused on anything with individual. We just want to get team wins, and that's what we did today.
Anything else? Thank you, ladies, and congratulations again. Was there somebody else?
I forgot to mention, I wanted to thank DePaul, Gene Ponsetto, and the Wintrust Arena. It was a fabulous venue. I thought the crowd was phenomenal. I liked that it was very pro-Irish, very green. But they did a great job. Everything here was so well run, first class. We were so happy to come out and represent the Chicago region, taking them to Tampa.
Thank you. Questions for Coach?
Shannon over there. Shannon Ryan, Chicago Tribune. What does it say about your team that you guys really hadn't trailed by very much at all during this tournament, but to keep their composure in a big game like this and the way it started?
Yeah, it was, it was difficult at halftime. We kept talking about how it was mostly us. We were getting the shots we wanted to get. We just weren't making them, that we were going to be able to make them in the second half. I didn't think we rebounded well. I thought we needed to do a better job on the box outs so we could get our break going, which we weren't able to do as much in the first half. So I thought the defense got better in the second half, which allowed us to run. And I thought that was a big reason why things turned around for us.
Following up off that, Shannon Ryan, Chicago Tribune, is, but does it take a veteran team to not get, rattled by that?
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing today was, it really was everybody. Sometimes there's somebody, I thought Brianna Turner was playing okay, but the other four really weren't playing like they normally do. So normally somebody's going to pull us out of it. So they did. They kept their composure. I didn't see a lot of frustration out there. I thought we did talk about that at halftime, about their body language and just running back on defense. And I thought we definitely kept our composure in the second half.
Jim Haynes, San Francisco Chronicle. When you got that, you finally built that lead at the end of the third quarter and then kept the pressure on at the start of the fourth. The one thing you seem to do is, even though they hit the 5 threes, you kept them from getting a run that got them within, 2 or 3 possessions. You maintained that lead. How important was that to keep that gap and keep them from getting back in your face?
It was huge because I was worried we were trading 3 for 2 on almost every possession, and we did talk about trying to get some stops, but we were able to answer, and I think that was key. We were able to make our free throws. That was a huge key also. And then we were able to milk the clock a little bit more.
Andy Seligman, AP. Does it feel like deja vu again, that you're going to be facing UConn? And what can you take both from the game this year and the game last year in the Final Four? Well,
Last year's game was a great finish, so I wouldn't mind seeing that again. But they're a great team. They played really well against Louisville in the final yesterday. They're a team that has so many weapons. Katie Lou looks like she's back in good form. Nafisa's had a fabulous year. Dangerfield's a great defender, and she can score also. They have a lot of weapons, and similar to us, they don't have a very deep bench, so I think there's a lot of similarities between the team. Going back to the first game, we really lost our composure in that game, so hopefully we've learned a lot of lessons since then.
I'm Kathleen Cohen with The Ball Out. I'm going to ask you the same question that Shannon asked Enrique and Jackie. What did you say to the team during halftime to really turn the game around?
We talked mostly about what we were doing wrong, not so much what they were doing. We needed to box out so we could get our transition game going. We were getting great shots, we just weren't making them. So it was really just about relaxing, take our shots, keep doing the same thing. We needed a little more motion in the offense, so we went to some different sets in the second half so we could get a little bit of movement. I thought we were standing around too much in the first half.
Shannon Ryan, Chicago Tribune, as many Final Fours as you've been to and winning the championship last year, what feels unique about this run or this team?
I think I'm just so happy for Brianna Turner. She had to miss all of last year, and she wasn't able to be there. And when you have a veteran team like this, it's great for the freshmen to get a taste of what it's going to be like. So I think it's probably a little more relief than excitement because we were a number 1 seed who was supposed to get there. Last year, that team showed such resilience. It was kind of amazing that we got back.
Shannon Ryan, Chicago Tribune. You came over to the side in the stands and took a picture with a group of people. Can you share who that was, and just what it kind of, I think sometimes when you step away from the court and you see family or whatever,
Yeah.
there's a different kind of sentimentality kicks in.
Yeah,
maybe.
for sure. Two of my sisters were here, and two of my college teammates were here. And then I have a kind of a support group from South Bend that we meet after every game, and they were all here. So there was quite a nice crowd for me, and I'm so appreciative of the support that I get from people because they really help me get through a long season.
Elizabeth Merrill, ESPN.com. Is that 10,000 point record a big deal? Do you if you could speak to that, about achieving that?
I mean, it's a milestone, and certainly the first time it's been done, men or women, it's pretty amazing. But it really doesn't mean anything, except they get a lot of shots.
Anything else for Coach today?
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. What about you?